Lesson 1, the running record.
I set specific goals and track my progress using a running app.
Which app do you use for tracking your runs?
I use an app that records distance and pace.
Do you ever feel pressured by the numbers?
Sometimes the numbers push me to improve.
Does the app show maps of your routes?
Yes, it shows precise routes and elevation changes.
Do you compare your results with other users?
I sometimes view leaderboards and weekly challenges.
Has the app changed how you approach training?
It has made my training more structured and measurable.
Do you set short-term goals or long-term goals?
I create both short-term mile targets and long-term race goals.
How often do you update your goals?
I adjust goals monthly based on recent progress.
Do you log other details besides runs?
I record sleep, nutrition notes, and cross-training sessions.
Does the app offer coaching or suggestions?
The app gives tailored plans and feedback after runs.
Have you ever felt discouraged by a bad week?
I felt discouraged once, but I reviewed data to recover.
How do you use data to stay motivated?
I celebrate small improvements and set mini rewards.
Do you share your progress on social media?
I post occasional updates to stay accountable.
Has any controversy arisen from sharing data publicly?
Some users worry about privacy and location exposure.
Do you worry about data security with fitness apps?
I review permissions and limit what I share.
Can an app's gamification become unhealthy?
It can lead to obsessive behavior if not balanced.
How do you avoid becoming obsessive?
I schedule rest days and focus on well-being.
Do you ever race against the app itself?
I set virtual challenges to beat past performances.
Does the app help you prepare for actual races?
It gives pace targets and simulates race effort.
Have you met people through the app?
I connected with a local running group from the app.
Did those connections improve your consistency?
Running with others increased my accountability.
Do you believe data can replace a coach?
Data supports training, but a coach offers human insight.
Is there a risk of relying only on metrics?
Metrics can miss personal feelings and fatigue signals.
How do you balance listening to your body and following data?
I treat data as guidance and body signals as priority.
Do you set performance goals that are too high?
I once set an unrealistic time goal and got injured.
Did the app help you notice the warning signs?
It revealed sudden spikes in training load that warned me.
How did you change your plan afterward?
I reduced intensity and increased recovery sessions.
Has tracking improved your mental resilience?
Seeing progress builds confidence and mental strength.
Do you use the app to plan cross-training too?
I log cycling and strength workouts for complete balance.
Can an app predict your best race day?
It can estimate performance but cannot guarantee results.
Do you adjust goals when life becomes busy?
I set flexible goals during busy periods to stay realistic.
Have you tracked progress over a full year?
Yearly trends show growth and help with future planning.
Does the app notify you of milestones?
It sends badges and milestone reminders that feel rewarding.
Do you ever disagree with the app's suggested pace?
I modify suggested paces based on how I feel that day.
Has technology changed how society views fitness?
It has made measurable fitness a mainstream cultural trend.
Are there ethical issues with companies selling fitness data?
Selling data without clear consent raises serious ethical concerns.
Do you read the app's privacy policy carefully?
I read key sections and avoid apps with unclear practices.
How do you measure improvement beyond speed?
I track consistency, recovery, and injury reduction.
Have you ever used the app to train for charity events?
I trained for a charity run and raised awareness using app stats.
Did the app help attract donors or supporters?
Visual progress and shared routes encouraged donations.
Could intense focus on metrics harm enjoyment of running?
It can if the runner forgets why they started running.
How do you keep running enjoyable while tracking?
I mix goal days with free, exploratory runs.
Do you use music with the app while running?
I use playlists timed to match my target pace.
Has following a plan from the app ever led to controversy in groups?
Some group members argue plans are too rigid or competitive.
How do you handle conflicting opinions in your running group?
We communicate openly and agree on shared rules.
Is there pressure to perform when others can see your stats?
Visible stats create social pressure for some runners.
Do you think transparency improves performance?
Transparency can motivate but can also breed comparison stress.
Do you recommend any strategies for new users?
Start with simple goals and learn app features gradually.
Should beginners focus on the app or on basics first?
Basics such as proper form and gradual increase must come first.
Are there features that most users overlook?
Many overlook recovery metrics and sleep correlations.
Do you think future apps will use more artificial intelligence?
Advanced algorithms will likely offer more personalized coaching.
Could AI recommendations ever become too prescriptive?
They might, which is why human judgment remains important.
How do you celebrate reaching a major goal?
I plan a small reward and share the success with friends.
Do you ever retire a goal after achieving it?
I replace it with a new challenge to maintain momentum.
What is your proudest progress moment with the app?
I beat a long-standing personal record by persistent training.
Did tracking that record change your identity as a runner?
It reminded me that consistent habits shape that identity.
Do you think apps democratize coaching and advice?
They make guidance accessible but not a full replacement for expertise.
What would you change about most running apps?
I would improve privacy controls and deeper recovery guidance.
Would you recommend tracking to all language learners?
Tracking helps discipline and provides clear language for progress.
How can learners use running data to practice English?
They can describe their workouts and write progress journals.
Is daily short writing about runs useful for language learning?
It reinforces vocabulary and builds habitual expression.
Do you want to run together with a language learning theme?
Combining runs with spoken practice would be an engaging idea.
How would you structure a language run session?
Short intervals with vocabulary prompts during recovery would work.
Would such sessions be trendy on social platforms?
They could become viral if they mix fitness and learning.
Could controversies arise from mixing fitness with monetization?
Monetization can dilute authenticity and spark criticism.
How should creators remain genuine while earning from content?
They should prioritize value and disclose sponsorships clearly.
Do you plan to create content about your app journey?
I plan to document progress honestly and teach what I learn.
Will you include tips for other English learners?
I will include simple phrases and reflection prompts for learners.
Do you think short sentences aid comprehension for learners?
Short sentences help clarity and build confidence gradually.
Have you turned your tracking into a lesson plan before?
I once created weekly modules from my training logs.
Did learners find that format helpful?
They appreciated concrete examples and measurable tasks.
What is one controversial tip you might give?
I might suggest limiting social sharing to reduce comparison effects.
Why would that be controversial?
Many creators rely on sharing for growth and income.
How can one balance growth and privacy?
Use aggregated summaries rather than exact locations.
Do you believe disciplined tracking leads to long-term success?
Disciplined tracking builds habits that compound over time.
What final advice would you give to a new tracker?
Be patient, focus on consistency, and protect your privacy.
Lesson 2: Family Traditions.
Good afternoon, Anna. It is a pleasure to see you once again. How have you been?
Good afternoon, John. I am doing well, thank you for asking. I have been busy helping my family with our traditions lately.
That sounds interesting. What kind of traditions does your family have?
Well, one of our long-standing traditions involves deep cleaning the house every spring. Right after my mother cleans the main areas, she gets my father, my brother, my sister, and me to help her with the cleaning.
That sounds like a thorough family effort. What tasks do you all typically take on during this cleaning process?
Each person has specific responsibilities. My sister usually focuses on organizing the living room, while my brother takes care of the garden.
It is good to hear that everyone is involved. What about you? What do you usually handle?
I typically focus on the kitchen. I enjoy rearranging the cupboards and making everything tidy again. It feels satisfying to see it all come together.
I can imagine. The kitchen is such an important space in every home. How does your father assist during the cleaning?
My father often handles the heavy lifting. He moves furniture and helps access areas that are difficult to reach. His strength is invaluable during this time.
It sounds like a true team effort. Do you all find joy in this tradition, or is it more of a chore?
Initially, it feels like a chore, especially when it is time to get started. However, once we begin, we often share laughter and stories, which makes the process enjoyable.
That is lovely. It sounds like a wonderful way to bond with your family while accomplishing a task. Do you have any special cleaning rituals?
We do. To make it more enjoyable, we often play music in the background. Singing along while cleaning makes everything feel lighter.
Music can indeed transform a mundane task into something enjoyable. Do you have a particular playlist you like to use?
Yes, we often create a playlist filled with our favorite upbeat songs. It energizes us and keeps our spirits high as we clean.
That is a fantastic idea. It is great that your family has found ways to make cleaning a positive experience.
Absolutely. Once we finish, we usually reward ourselves with a special meal or dessert to celebrate our hard work.
That sounds like a well deserved treat. What is your favorite meal to enjoy after a day of deep cleaning?
I adore homemade pizza. It is fun to make, and we can customize it with our favorite toppings.
Homemade pizza sounds delightful. It also encourages teamwork in a culinary sense. Do you all make the dough from scratch?
Yes, we do. Making the dough is part of the fun. Everyone pitches in, and it becomes a family activity.
It seems that your cleaning tradition fosters not just a clean home but also strong family connections.
I believe so. Each year, it strengthens our bonds and creates lasting memories.
That is truly beautiful, Anna. Traditions like this contribute to a sense of belonging and togetherness.
I agree, John. I value these moments we share, and I look forward to continuing this tradition for many years to come.
Thank you for sharing this lovely story about your family traditions, Anna. I find it inspiring to see how cleaning can become a delightful experience.
Lesson 3: The Changing Landscape of Marriage.
Good afternoon, Anna. It is wonderful to see you again. How has your day been so far?
Good afternoon, John. My day has been quite interesting, thank you for asking. I have been researching marriage laws across different states.
That sounds fascinating. What led you to delve into the topic of marriage laws?
I recently learned that marriage laws can vary significantly from one state to another. For instance, it was also easier to get married in Nevada than in some other states.
That is indeed intriguing. I have heard that Nevada, particularly Las Vegas, is known as the wedding capital of the world. What makes it so appealing for couples?
Many couples choose Nevada for its simplicity and convenience. The state has a streamlined process for obtaining marriage licenses, often with fewer requirements.
That certainly simplifies the process. Have you come across any interesting statistics related to marriage in Nevada?
Yes, I found that over time, many couples flock to Nevada for quick ceremonies. Cities like Las Vegas offer numerous wedding chapels and venues catering to all preferences.
Las Vegas is famous for its themed weddings as well. Have you discovered any unique themes that couples opt for?
Absolutely. Some couples choose Elvis-themed weddings, while others prefer more traditional ceremonies in stunning outdoor settings.
Those unique themes certainly add a touch of excitement to the experience. Do you think the ease of marriage in states like Nevada affects long-term relationships?
That is a thought-provoking question. While convenience may attract couples, the longevity of marriages often depends on factors such as communication and shared values.
I completely agree. It is crucial for couples to establish a strong foundation regardless of where they marry. Are there any other states that are known for lenient marriage laws?
Yes, states like California and Alaska also have relatively simple processes. They offer various options, such as different types of ceremonies and officiants.
That is good to know. It seems that the ease of getting married has evolved over the years. What changes have you observed regarding societal attitudes toward marriage?
There has been a noticeable shift in attitudes. More couples are waiting longer to get married, and many are focused on building careers or traveling first.
That reflects the changing priorities of modern society. It also highlights how personal choices influence the institution of marriage.
Indeed. Moreover, we are witnessing a more inclusive definition of marriage, recognizing diverse relationships and family structures.
That progress is commendable. It fosters a sense of acceptance and respect for individuals' choices.
I believe that love should be celebrated in all its forms. Have you ever imagined how you envision your future marriage?
I have thought about it. I aspire to have a wedding that reflects both my partner's and my values, perhaps in a serene outdoor setting.
That sounds lovely. A meaningful ceremony can create lasting memories. What will you prioritize when the time comes?
I would prioritize open communication and shared goals with my partner. I believe those elements are fundamental for a successful marriage.
Those qualities are essential. It is heartening to discuss this topic with you, as it reveals the various dimensions of relationships.
Thank you, Anna. I appreciate your insights and reflections on this transformative journey.
Lesson 4: A Culinary Outing.
Good afternoon, Anna. I hope your day is going well. Are you ready for our outing?
Good afternoon, John. Yes, I am excited. I have been looking forward to this trip.
I am glad to hear that. As we prepare, I was wondering, should we bring our own lunch or eat there?
I suggest we bring our own sandwiches and have a picnic. It allows for more flexibility, and we can choose our favorite ingredients.
That is a splendid idea. Preparing our own sandwiches would indeed be enjoyable. What ingredients do you plan to include?
I will make a classic turkey and cheese sandwich with lettuce and tomato. I believe those flavors complement each other well.
That sounds delicious. I might prepare a grilled vegetable sandwich with hummus. It will be nutritious and filling.
A grilled vegetable sandwich sounds delightful. We should also pack some snacks to complement our lunch.
Indeed. I could bring some fruit, such as apples or grapes. They make for refreshing snacks on a warm day.
Perfect. I can also include some chips or crackers for a bit of crunch.
You have a knack for planning meals. I am sure our picnic will be both satisfying and enjoyable.
Thank you, John. I believe that sharing a meal outdoors adds a special charm to the experience.
Completely agree. Eating amidst nature often enhances the flavors of food, making it more memorable.
Speaking of enhancing experiences, I have been considering bringing a portable speaker. We can enjoy some music while we eat.
That is a fantastic idea. Background music can create a pleasant atmosphere during our picnic.
Yes. I suggest creating a playlist with our favorite songs. It will keep our spirits high throughout the day.
I will gladly help with that. Combining good food and good music will make for a perfect outing.
Exactly. Besides the food, I am also looking forward to exploring the area. I hear there are great trails to walk.
Yes, I have read about those trails. They offer beautiful views and the chance to connect with nature.
I am eager to take in the scenery. It will provide a wonderful contrast to our busy daily routines.
Absolutely. Spending time outdoors can be very refreshing and revitalizing. It helps us appreciate the beauty around us.
I agree. After our lunch, we should definitely explore those trails. I believe it will be a fulfilling experience.
Yes, and it will also be a great way to burn off some of those calories from our delicious sandwiches.
Precisely. It is all about balance. I find that outdoor activities often energize me for the rest of the day.
Well said, Anna. I am excited about this adventure, and I look forward to enjoying our picnic and hike.
Thank you, John. I believe it will be a delightful day filled with good food, good music, and great company.
I could not agree more. Let us finalize our preparations, and we shall set out on our culinary outing.
Lesson 5: A Journey of Understanding.
Good afternoon, Anna. I hope you are having a wonderful day.
Good afternoon, John. Thank you. My day has been quite productive. I have been contemplating some important topics lately.
That sounds intriguing. What subjects have been occupying your mind?
Recently, I have been thinking about the importance of communication in relationships. It is vital for understanding one another.
I completely agree. Clear communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship. What specific aspects of communication are you focusing on?
I believe it is essential to establish mutual respect, especially when discussing difficult topics. Sure, first let us agree to treat each other with respect throughout the process.
That is an excellent point. Respect serves as a guiding principle when navigating challenging conversations. How do you suggest we ensure that this respect remains intact?
I think it is important to listen actively. By giving each other the space to express thoughts and feelings, we can foster a more understanding environment.
Active listening can truly make a difference. It shows that we value each other's perspectives. Have you encountered any techniques for improving active listening?
Yes, one technique is to paraphrase what the other person has said before responding. This not only clarifies understanding but also demonstrates that we are truly engaged.
That is a valuable strategy. It encourages open dialogue while minimizing misunderstandings. Additionally, it might be helpful to avoid interrupting each other.
Absolutely. Interrupting can lead to frustrations and derail the conversation. Being patient and allowing the other person to finish their thoughts is vital.
Patience is essential. It conveys that we are genuinely interested in what the other person has to say. What other elements do you think are important in maintaining respect?
One significant factor is nonverbal communication. Body language and eye contact can greatly influence how our words are received.
That is insightful. Positive body language can enhance our message and foster trust. Have you ever experienced a situation where nonverbal cues changed the conversation's tone?
Yes, I once had a discussion where the other person appeared distracted and closed off. It made me feel undervalued, which impacted the conversation.
That is unfortunate. It highlights how crucial it is to be both present and attentive during discussions. What strategies do you believe can help in maintaining respect even during disagreements?
I think it is vital to focus on the issue at hand rather than attacking the person. Using I statements can help express feelings without placing blame.
That is an excellent approach. For example, saying I feel frustrated when, rather than you always make me frustrated, can change the entire dynamic of the conversation.
Precisely. It encourages a constructive dialogue rather than escalating tensions. Would you say these principles apply to discussions outside of personal relationships as well?
Absolutely. Whether in professional settings or with friends, respect and clear communication are essential for effective interactions.
I agree. This understanding can lead to deeper connections and more harmonious relationships overall.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Anna. These insights are truly valuable as we navigate our interactions with others.
The pleasure was mine, John. I look forward to applying these principles in my conversations and learning from each experience.
Together, we can cultivate a culture of respect and understanding in our discussions, both now and in the future.
Lesson 6: The Fruits of Our Labor.
Good afternoon, Anna. It is lovely to see you. How have you been since we last spoke?
Good afternoon, John. I have been quite well, thank you. I am eager to update you on the project we discussed.
I am curious to hear about it. Have you seen any results yet?
Yes, we have had more customer inquiries since implementing our new marketing strategy. It seems to be resonating with our target audience.
That is fantastic news. Increased inquiries are often a clear sign that people are interested in our offerings.
Exactly. We have been focusing on enhancing our online presence, and it appears to be paying off.
What specific strategies did you find most effective in generating these inquiries?
We improved our social media engagement by posting regular updates and interactive content. Additionally, we utilized targeted ads to reach potential customers more effectively.
That sounds like a solid approach. Engaging with customers on social media can build trust and create a loyal following.
Yes, and we also encouraged user-generated content. This provided authenticity to our brand and showcased real experiences from our customers.
Great idea. People often trust peer recommendations more than promotional material. What feedback have you received from customers?
Many customers have expressed appreciation for our transparent communication and personalized responses. It seems to make them feel valued.
That is essential. Building a relationship with customers can lead to long-term loyalty and repeat business.
Absolutely. We also organized a small promotional event, which allowed us to connect with customers face to face.
A personal touch can be very impactful. How did the event go?
It went remarkably well. Many local residents attended, and we received positive feedback on our products. It was a fantastic opportunity to showcase our brand.
I can imagine how rewarding that must have been. Personal interaction can create lasting impressions.
Indeed. Many attendees expressed interest in our upcoming products, which is encouraging for us.
It sounds like you have laid a strong foundation for future growth. Do you have any plans to continue expanding these efforts?
Yes, we are considering hosting more events and engaging in community outreach. We want to strengthen our relationship with the local community.
That is a wise decision. Community connection not only drives sales but also enhances brand reputation.
Furthermore, we are exploring partnerships with local businesses. Collaborative efforts can amplify our reach and introduce us to new clientele.
That is a brilliant strategy. Collaboration can create synergies that benefit all parties involved.
I believe so. Our goal is to establish ourselves as a trusted brand while making a positive impact in our community.
Your vision is admirable. I am impressed by your proactive approach to growth and customer engagement.
Thank you, John. Your encouragement means a lot. I believe that success comes from dedication and a genuine desire to serve customers.
Well said, Anna. I am excited to follow your journey and the developments in your project.
Thank you, John. I look forward to sharing more updates with you. Together, we can continue to explore ways to enhance our efforts.
I eagerly await your next report. Your enthusiasm for your work is truly inspiring.
Lesson 7: The Music of Our Lives.
Good afternoon, Anna. It is a pleasure to see you again. How has your day been?
Good afternoon, John. It is great to see you too. My day has been quite enjoyable, especially since I have been exploring different music genres.
That sounds fascinating. Music is such a powerful form of expression. Which genres have you been listening to lately?
I have recently delved into hard rock music. The energy and passion in the songs capture my attention.
Hard rock indeed has a unique sound. I admire how it combines powerful vocals with intense guitar riffs. Do you have any favorite bands?
Yes, I enjoy listening to bands like Led Zeppelin and AC/DC. Their music has stood the test of time, and their live performances are legendary.
Those bands are iconic. Their influence on the music industry is undeniable. Have you ever attended any live concerts?
I attended a concert last summer, and it was exhilarating. Experiencing the music live adds an entirely new dimension to it.
I can only imagine. There is something special about the atmosphere at live performances, especially in rock music.
Absolutely. However, I have also noticed that some people specialize in country music. It is interesting how music reflects our diverse preferences.
Indeed. Country music has a rich narrative tradition that resonates with many. Artists like Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton tell compelling stories through their songs.
They do. Some people prefer radio stations that feature only country music. It creates a sense of community among fans.
That is a wonderful observation. Music often brings people together, offering a shared experience and common ground.
Yes, and exploring different genres can sometimes lead to surprising discoveries. I recently listened to a fusion of rock and country that I found intriguing.
A fusion of genres can lead to innovative sounds. It is exciting to see artists experiment and push the boundaries of traditional music.
I agree. Music evolves over time, and it is wonderful to witness that evolution. What genre do you personally enjoy the most?
I have a soft spot for jazz. The improvisation and complexity of jazz music captivate me. It offers a completely different listening experience.
Jazz is rich with emotion and creativity. It also allows listeners to appreciate each musician's unique talent.
Exactly. I enjoy how each performance can be different, making every experience fresh and exciting.
Music truly has the power to evoke emotions and provoke thought. It resonates with us in so many ways.
It does. I believe that sharing musical tastes can lead to meaningful conversations and connections.
Yes, it is interesting how our preferences can spark discussions about our backgrounds and experiences.
Thank you for sharing your insights about music, Anna. It is always enlightening to discuss something so universal yet personal.
Lesson 8, Mixology Magic.
Good evening, Anna. It is a pleasure to see you once again. How has your day been?
Good evening, John. My day has been quite productive, thank you. I have been experimenting with some new drink recipes.
That sounds intriguing. What type of drinks have you been working with?
I recently started exploring cocktails. I was focusing on a simple yet classic combination, rum and soda water.
Rum and soda water sounds simple enough. What is the process for preparing that drink?
It is relatively straightforward. First, you need to gather the necessary ingredients: good quality rum, fresh soda water, and ice.
Excellent. I assume the quality of the rum significantly impacts the flavor of the cocktail?
Precisely. A smooth rum will enhance the drink's taste. I prefer a light or white rum for a refreshing flavor.
That makes sense. How do you typically assemble the drink?
First, I fill a glass with ice. Then, I pour in the desired amount of rum, usually about 1.5 ounces.
That sounds reasonable. What comes next after the rum is in the glass?
Next, I top off the glass with soda water. I find that about 3 ounces works well to balance the flavors.
Great. What about garnishing? Do you add any extras to enhance the drink's presentation?
Yes. A slice of lemon or lime makes for a vibrant garnish. It adds a zesty aroma that complements the rum perfectly.
That is an excellent touch. Serving it with a garnish elevates the overall experience. Do you have other variations you enjoy?
Absolutely. Sometimes I add a splash of fresh fruit juice, like pineapple or lime, for an additional burst of flavor.
That sounds delightful. Those fruity notes must make the drink even more refreshing.
Indeed. I enjoy experimenting with different flavors to discover new combinations. Mixology can be quite creative.
I agree. Creating cocktails is like art. Each drink can tell a story through its ingredients and presentation.
Well said, John. It is wonderful to explore how various elements can harmonize within a single drink.
Have you considered hosting a cocktail making evening with friends to showcase your creations?
I have thought about it. It would be fun to introduce them to my favorite recipes while enjoying their company.
That sounds like a splendid idea. It could be an engaging experience where everyone learns and tries something new.
Exactly. I believe it fosters connection through shared experiences. Plus, who does not enjoy a good cocktail?
Everyone enjoys a good cocktail. I look forward to seeing what other inventive drinks you come up with.
Thank you, John. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Perhaps you could join me in one of these cocktail experiments.
I would be delighted to join you, Anna. Mixing drinks sounds like a fun and delicious adventure.
Wonderful. I am sure we will create some remarkable concoctions together.
I eagerly await our mixology adventure. It is bound to be an enjoyable experience filled with creativity.